Turmoil at Spotify. Looks like the Joe Rogan deal is not a done deal. We're going to see if a couple episodes are causing some controversy. TikTok is banned in the United States. No further downloads. Accounts kept. What effect will this have on music and its artists? And finally, a recent study performed on upcoming artists on whether or not they want to continue with this music thing. I'm Nico, and this is nico.radio. Alright, let's get into it. Spotify employees demanding direct editorial oversight over Joe Rogan podcasts before they're published. So a recent deal between Spotify and Joe Rogan amassed $100 million. This would bring Joe Rogan's experience all the way over from any other platform exclusively to Spotify. This is one of Spotify's first major purchases into a contract, and that means that they can start acting as a record label for artists or potentially the sponsor for all podcasts. This was indeed an effort to gain more followers to the platform that might not have reached it because they've watched Joe Rogan through YouTube or any other platform. Some of the employees that were part of this deal are now saying that Joe Rogan's previous episodes can be considered offensive, trigger warnings, or some inappropriate content. Now that's the nature of Joe Rogan Experience. It's supposed to be an unfiltered, uncaged experience, and that's his selling point. Some of the episodes they're referring to in their protests include Abigail Schreier. She was somebody who's very outspoken on sexual orientation. Her opinions could be considered offensive to some listeners. Another episode they're targeting is Joe Rogan's experience with Alex Jones. Alex Jones has actually been deplatformed from places like YouTube, Twitter for his misleading claims. Spotify's in an awkward situation here. They just purchased this show for $100 million and didn't associate all of the brand risks in that deal. Spotify employees are saying they want to be part of the content making process, which is not part of the deal that Joe Rogan signed. As of right now, it looks like the demands include adding content flags, trigger warning references, basically little tickers on each episode that would say what's in it and what to be looking out for. Spotify's been in this situation before. They thought they were going to remove R. Kelly's discography from their database, but they kept it on, and this was also controversial for users. They want to be sure that they're not giving a platform to somebody who's spreading misinformation or offensive content. In one of the largest podcast deals in the world, they need to be more concerned with their brand risk, knowing that they're giving a platform to somebody who could be spreading misinformation. Now, of course, it's not Joe Rogan, but it is his guests and the unfiltered experience. So we're going to watch closely on this one, make sure there's no precedents being set on what they can and can't do to their signed artists. Now imagine if Spotify did this to a musical artist who didn't like the content or didn't like their action outside of the platform. If they start moderating and controlling the content that Joe makes, it's pretty safe to assume that they can start doing this with other libraries, other users on their platform. Honestly, at this point, with all the money Spotify makes, I can almost see them dropping this deal, getting rid of the contract, and letting Joe do whatever he wants. Alright, what's next? TikTok is disappointed with US government banning new downloads. Does it matter? I would say it matters. Alright, so President Trump of the United States signed a full-fledged TikTok ban that's slated to take place on November 12th. Now, the action taken by President Trump is based over security concerns, nothing about the content on the platform. So, he says. This is giving me 2014 to 2016 Vine vibes, where the platform was dying and all of their users were jumping ship to YouTube. This was a transition, a pivot that worked for many creators, including the likes of David Dobrik. I would say at this point, anybody who was going to be famous on TikTok is already famous on TikTok. They've already made their careers out of it. Some of them are starting to create music, jump into movies and TV shows. So I'm not necessarily worried about the artist here at this point. Two big things come from this in the music industry. One, TikTok was free marketing. Anytime a TikTok artist would dance to a video or put your song in their videos, it was copyright infringement. They were stealing your work, making a derivative work from that without your permission. Most artists didn't care about this because their song was getting pushed to the entire world, free of charge, and then everybody who listened to that song and liked it would go straight to Spotify or Apple Music and listen to that song. It was free streams. So music discovery may slow down if TikTok is officially banned in the United States. I don't see it being a problem, as Instagram will take right back up, and you're already seeing that YouTube, Snapchat, and Instagram, the other three social media platforms, are pushing their new content like Reels or Spotify's Stories or whatever they are. I think the bigger issue at stake here is the United States government control over a market or a social media like TikTok's. It's safe to say that a musical artist's career is greatly influenced by their social media interaction, their Instagrams, their Twitters, their Spotify involvement, their YouTubes. It's a little concerning to know that your art, your market, your brand could be completely stifled by the government here by completely removing your medium, your way to reach your fans. This is how a lot of TikTok artists are going to feel in a few weeks if their platform is completely removed. TikTok has announced a creator fund to benefit TikTok creators. You know that's going to go to the largest sum of creators there, the ones who've been giving it their all. But now, you're gonna see a change in social media with the removal of TikTok. I already see that Spotify's trying to introduce their own version of karaoke. I guess Snapchat has already made it beta for some users. They're going to do everything they can to bring those TikTok users to their platform, capture their energy, and take their money in premium subscriptions. So as we say goodbye to TikTok, we get to see some more failing products from your favorite Facebook, YouTube, Spotify's, and Snapchat. And here's a little fun one for you. A survey reveals 64% of musicians are considering quitting the industry permanently. Yay! A recent study conducted by Encore Musicians, the music business in the UK is in such dire straits, courtesy of the pandemic, that up to 64% of musicians are considering leaving the industry for good. Now, this is what we asked for. When we only paid for concert tickets, but only paid 99 cents for a stinking song on iTunes, we were asking for this moment. We did not diversify our income streams. We wanted all of our income to come from merchandise and selling tickets for a live tour. And when something like COVID-19 comes around, it completely stifles your growth as a live performing musician. You have no way to make money, no way to sell your merch without seeing people in front of you. You can't do that in a time like 2020, and this is going to kill your upcoming artist. Now, all the way around, you're seeing, not just in the UK, around the world, you're seeing all of our jobs in the music entertainment, live entertainment industry disappearing. The sad truth about this is when COVID subsides, are we going to be sure that the average consumer is going to give their money towards a concert ticket or a piece of merchandise? In 2000, when people started stealing music, piracy was up to the max, Napster was taking over the world before it was stifled in 2002, we saw that music was getting devalued. People weren't buying records anymore when they could just get it for free. iTunes tried to beat that out in 2003 by launching iTunes, selling songs for 99 cents, and that further devalued music in our lifestyles. Now we're in 2020 and a single stream equals 0.04 of a cent at the most. Music has been extremely devalued because of new technology. Can we dismiss live music and say that we've devalued it now because of things like safety and COVID-19? I definitely see people jumping right back into concerts. Of course, those most fortunate will be able to do so. That's pretty sad. But you're not seeing any stimulus from our government here in the United States. A lot of artists like me just went to music school for 4 years, graduated with a degree in music business, and now have no idea what to do with it. This is why I encourage all artists, with the talent you have, diversify your income streams. As a consumer, we can only hope and pray that they will still continue to purchase our merch or donate to us or find their own way to support us in our journey. One thing that should not have changed through COVID-19 is that you haven't lost your fan base. If you have fans or friends that care about you, continue to serve them the best you can through different streams. It can be through music, live shows, it can be through talking to them as a friend, giving them a shirt. Find ways to reach out to your best fans and let them know that you're still there. We are one vulnerable industry where the consumer decides our value. And if people don't want to buy concert tickets or stream our songs, we don't have the time to be an artist. We don't have the income to be an artist. We cannot afford to be artists. So as artists, we diversify. As consumers, I love what this article says. We have to practice empathy. We have to care for the people we love. And if you've been affected by an artist, you need to reach out to them and find a way to support them.